What is up, risk takers? Welcome to the Kill Pete strategy. I am Pete. I am playing Risk Global Domination on PC. I am a specialist in progressive cards, currently ranked 57th on the global leaderboard, playing on my alternate account, Isambard the Sneaky 33, and today we're going to our roots playing classic, progressive 6-player. Settings are 60-second turns, auto setup, expert AI if anyone becomes, no fog, no blizzards, balance, blitz for rolls, and no filter on the lobby, no alliances as well. So it looks like we got a full lobby, and let's fire the game. So what I'm doing on YouTube is I'm very interested in improving at the game myself, and I'm happy to share my thoughts with all of you and do some of this work together. So always feedback, criticism, good or bad, anything is welcome. And if you are interested in getting better at this game as well, I invite you to subscribe and come along on this ride with me. So, in the first position, we have Falcon, the green player, flying the flag of Sweden. 29 hours, 18 to 59 win-loss record. If I was green, I would either go for Southam or for Africa, but they have an actual 3-position play, which looks pretty good. In the second position, fly the United States flag Brock Mason. This looks more like an intermediate or an expert rank. 581. In the third position, we have the magenta player, French Flintlock. Not quite sure what that flag is. Let's take a look at their record. 408. Okay, so this player is quite good. Magenta is quite good. Magenta could be a master or maybe even a grand master. Let's watch out for magenta. I'm in the 4th position. So I want to watch French's turn because I've already identified likely my main opponent in this game. In the... What do they take? Can they consolidate this way? No. They consolidate that way. Okay. I want to maintain a 3-position play, and I want to stay out of everyone's way, so here's what I do. I stick a single troop in there. My attack is going to be north into Scandinavia. And I'm going to pull in my 3 into my 5. So, I'm going to be occupying, over the next couple of turns, a position in Yakutsk, a position in Scandinavia, and a position in Northwest Territories. And that will be my 3-point position to attack south from. Across the board. I've switched from doing a 2-point position to a 3-point position in Classic recently because of the balance blitz odds change. It favors attacking more, and I still want to stay out of everyone's way, so I don't want to be in the Southern Hemisphere because the Southern Hemisphere on the Classic map is far more dense in terms of continent value. Newer players still go for continents in Progressive, which, if you know anything about how I like to play, is a mistake. But I know better than to get in newer players' way. So, in the 5th position, we have Rambor flying the flag of Brazil, a much newer player. They do have 1 play with friends win, and finally rounding it out, General Tao, the yellow player, also new, but decent. 3 out of their first 9 games were victorious. So I'm mostly watching out for what magenta does, but you always have to be careful for what newer players do because they can suicide. Green's getting super greedy trying to take the bulk of Africa and South Am simultaneously, but cooler heads prevailed, and they're going to do that slowly. And that's just fine by me. I want to see another opponent pull out ahead, have continents, have other opponents break them. I will never break my opponent's continents in Progressive. As a general rule. The white player now has a strong central army in China and a dwindling mass everywhere else. So, my plan to get to Northwest Territories will continue. I'm going to try and bolster all 3 of my positions, and look, so is magenta. I predict now, 4 minutes into this video, that I'm going to be facing off against the magenta player in the endgame. Unless one of us gets suicided into. Siberia is better than Yakutsk, so that's going to be where I get my take this turn. And I put 2 stack there so I can move up into white's position in NWT next turn. I'm going to hold my 2 stack in Iceland. And start taking more and more of the Arctic Circle, but maintaining strength in 3 positions. Black player is in a bit of a bind. They have a large stack, though, in South Am, so maybe they go ham in South Am. Hey. Cool. Don't really call that going ham, but they get their easy take. And they put pressure on green. Perhaps green evacuates. No, they don't. They don't keep the pressure on. Okay, the yellow player is going to grab Oz this turn. Yellow player has lost all their exclaves now. They will get picked off. But they didn't grab Oz. Green player moves south in. Green player and black player are natural enemies. Okay. Green's playing well with 3 positions. Black is a bit more scattered. I expect them to maybe lose that 4. Maybe they spend it out on their next turn. So they get some value out of that initial 4 stack. But yeah, green says, I'm not going to let you mess around in my South America. White has other plans, and white would like to occupy North America. Okay, so my 7 stack is surrounded. Oftentimes when I get into these situations, retreat is the better part of valor. I can go there. I need to see what white does more, because I don't actually know what they want. So before I assume that I know what they want, I'm going to let them show me. So I'm going to put a single troop here and get my easy take in Great Britain and not really alter my positioning at all. Just go exactly back to the way I was, and we advance the game a turn, maintaining status quo, not offending anyone. I always try and stay out of everyone's way. My style for progressive. Basic heuristic is the board matters a lot more in fixed than it does in progressive. The cards matter a lot more in progressive. So, the matching sequence goes 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15. If nothing changes, I get the 10. I'm fine with the 10 to start, and then my follow-up match would be anywhere between 20 to 35, depending on who has cards before me, and if anyone gets eaten. It looks like this board is stable. It doesn't look like anyone's going to die in the early turns. I always keep my eyes out for who's the fish, because when you eat a player, you take their cards. If you're holding 5 in turn, you match again, and then you can keep rolling. You get a little more time to your clock, too, so you can potentially kill a number of players in the same turn. And that's how we usually close out games of progressive. I'm an ambush predator. I sit and wait, and then when the time is right, I strike. I'm surprised that yellow isn't occupying. Australia, maybe they're playing better than I thought. So what yellow is effectively doing is they have a monopoly over the kill on green, magenta, and white. But the bad part of that is they lose their position in the outside of the world. Okay, so green has put all of their eggs in this basket, which is a mistake. I would have wanted to maintain multiples. Let's see where white goes. They don't go in, so they're staying status quo as well. Fine. So what I do in this case, I think, is I go there. But I don't retreat further than Greenland. And I pull my troop in. That might be a mistake. That might trigger white to go punchy. White has 2 strong positions, 2 my 3. Maybe I do retreat. I would really like to be here. I don't want to be in those 2 positions. They're slightly too close to each other. How do I invert that scenario? I can go south, because white's probably looking to consolidate. So maybe that's what I do instead. I'm going to put a single troop in Japan as a hedge. I'm going to put 1 troop in Siberia and 1 troop in Scandinavia. I'm going to attack south. And this puts extra distance between my 3 positions. Hopefully doesn't offend the white player. And I'm going to consolidate my armies here, because I don't actually want to block the routes through Kamchatka, Alaska, or through Greenland, Iceland. I want other people to be able to go around me to make kills, and we're starting to move to the turns where that happens. So this is the end of the 4th turn now. On the at the end of the 5th turn, you get your last card. So assuming nobody matches early, the green player will get the 4-point match at the beginning of turn 6, and then people will start to die at the beginning of turn 7 and on turn 8. And games of progressive don't go much longer than that. It's a nice 20-minute game. break of pace from these 2-hour-long Spain Fog Classic Caps games that I've been playing for round 3 of the Discord tournament. But to be perfectly honest, I'm having a ton of fun with it. Black retreats allows green to take South America. I'm sure green is happy about that. Yellow, maintaining a fruitless exclave and loses, has to make an attack and is going to do it. So now you just take Australia, right? No. Yellow's better than they seem. They're guarding. So they want the monopoly on the kill, on magenta, or green, or both. So what I want to do on my turn is I want to remove yellow from their exterior position entirely, such that they don't have relevance to the rest of the board. They don't have enough troops to do that. Maybe magenta helps me out. If magenta gets this one, I can't really do anything, but it gets that one, I'm going to pop in and take yellow out of Egypt. It's a good thing at this point in the game to remove your opponent's positions if they are weak, and you can afford to do so. Okay, where does white go with that? Yeah, they consolidate up. No, they consolidate in. All right, so this is an interesting territory. This is one of the few nexus points. Ontario connects to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 4 other territories that do that. North Africa, Ukraine, Middle East, and China, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, Siberia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's actually it's these 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 are the ones that connect to 6. So they are kind of nexus points. Yes, magenta is good. As predicted, they did the exact same thing that I would have done, and now they've lined themselves up to make the kill on yellow, which is fine, because I'm not, oh, surprise, yellow, you didn't see that coming, did you? So now yellow's spamming the frown emote, which I love personally telling other people that I'm upset with their actions. That's a great bluff. I'm going to put 3 troops here, 2 troops there, put my remaining troop here, and attack Central Europe. And stay there. So now I can move in any direction. And as we end the 5th turn, I have a 3-point position on this board with 2 8 stacks and a 9 stack and a little bit of insurance in Japan. I could not be more secure at this point. I'm going to be getting the 10 match, and then I'm going to have to figure out who's the fish. But this game is going well by any objective measure that I use. Green is being allowed to hold South America. So in addition to getting the low match, at least they get 2 troop bonus. But the danger in holding a continent in progressive is people might think that that matters and attack you. Oh, baby! Oh, baby, the suicide play happens. So, yellow finishes Australia, punches their bonus into magenta, and guards inside of themselves. Magenta's good, so I bet you magenta doesn't break Siam, leaving yellow locked inside of themselves. Also, weakening magenta is good for me because I know that magenta's good, but I betcha not everyone checks everyone else's stats. That is a great record. So this is probably a master player. Green is allowed to hold, but they only have a single position. So I could remove Green's exclave on my turn. I could remove Magenta's exclave. Don't really see a point to doing that, because the thinking would be you want to lock your opponents into a single position, but that might make them easier to remove. White is playing the 2-position play, and black has a distributed position. Okay, white gets the 8. It's a single take. Okay. Think it might make sense for me to switch to a 2-position play now. Move into Ukraine. Oh, Magenta's seeing red. I wouldn't break that if I were you, Magenta. I wouldn't do it. Let's see if they do it. I wouldn't come at yellow if I wasn't going to kill him. Let's see how good the Magenta player is. It's going to be a fun finish, and I have stayed out of it successfully. So it's probably going to work out fairly well for me. Yeah, Magenta's better than they seem, right? better than they seem. I like it a lot. So where do I want my bonus to be? Eastern US? Yes. Add to that stack, please. Sure. Cool. Put one more troop there. I'm going to put one more troop there. And I'm going to consolidate my 2 armies in Ukraine with an eye to killing magenta or yellow or both when and if, and white as well. So I can kill, I have good lines to kill 3 out of the 5 opponents. Do I have a match? I do. Okay. So on my next turn I have to figure out who I'm going to eat. Who's the fish? Everyone's still pretty much equal except for yellow. I don't have a solid line on yellow, but I could eat magenta and accomplish that. The question is, what is the match point? So, depending on what yellow does on their turn, I have a decent line to kill magenta, and seeing as how magenta is, as far as I can tell, my highest ranked opponent, that makes sense. I'm going to not do it super fast, though. I don't want to show my opponents that I have speed until it's too late for them to do anything about it. So what do you roll on a 7 to guarantee maybe 13, 14, something like that, and then the rest sweep. Take out magenta, get their what will be 4 cards, unless they match on 3. Black player run out of time, just gets a take in time. Perfect. Don't want there to be less cards in the mix. Yep, as expected, yellow pops out. Keeps themselves locked. I can let yellow do this all day, be irrelevant to the outcome of this game. Turtle in Australia does not work the same way in progressive as it does in fixed. This is not a threat. This is a very passive, very game-losing position. Okay, green gets a chip on black. I think I match in. I get the 20, and I eat magenta, which is net neutral in terms of troops, but I want to guarantee myself to match again. I just hope I don't become too weak from doing that I become the fish in the process. But if I remove my best looking opponent, and I haven't offended anyone else, and one of the other opponents is locked, I expect that to be the correct move, to take 4 cards, guaranteed to match on the turn after. I also have Japan as one of the 3, so this position will be a 6 stack. A little bit. Oh, insurance. Okay, never mind. Magenta matches on 3, gets the 20, which means I get the 25, but they're not the fish. Do they kill yellow now? If they do, they become the fish again, and I eat them. Yes, magenta kills yellow. I kill magenta. Good game. No? No, doesn't. Exciting. Exciting, exciting. Okay, magenta's not the fish. I don't have to do that, because then I feel like I'll get eaten. So what I do instead is I get an easy take. Had the match on 3, didn't spend it, because I'm expecting magenta to try and kill yellow. So I have to be able to be the bigger fish. If magenta wants to shark yellow in revenge, I want to shark magenta. Okay, black gets 2 chips on me. Not really afraid of black. They can't hurt me with their 18 stack over there. Yellow gets another take and matches in. Oh, magenta is finished. Okay. Very, very stable late game. I have to match it on 4 because otherwise I get eaten. Can I kill green? Green's holding 5 cards. That would be a guaranteed match again. Yeah, I think that's what I do. Green's the fish. And the match point is climbing. 35. Green has 48. So I'll get the 40. No, I'll get the 35 and then the 40? Yeah. Okay, so I kill green. Who do I kill after that? Oh, white goes for me! Okay, I die! White can kill me. They have to do the split properly. Too bad, I should have matched it on 3. I don't think they did the split properly, but they do still get me. I die first. Good game. Got greedy. So that's the lesson for today. Don't get greedy. If you have a match on 3 in the late game, trade it in, because otherwise someone might eat you. And let's see how this plays out. Okay, white's not positioned really to do anything else. I just put a giant stack in the middle of the board. Magenta's now in a pickle because they have a 40 stack in their main position and a 7 stack off to the side. Black might be in the driver's seat though, with multiple positions. Good for the white player. Yeah, white player's good. Well done. White probably can win this game now, unless... Okay, so what black should do is they should kill green, right? They should put their match in here, sweep green, get 5 cards, match again. But if they don't have a match on 4, maybe that's why they didn't do it. Okay, so black is food. Green's going to match in. Green can eat black. Let's see if they see it. Yellow continues to lock their big army inside themselves. It's not a losing play in the sense that they won't come in second. I lost, so. Alright, going for black? Cool. Black dies, green matches again, probably can win from that. But they need to go quickly. It looks like green is rolling with their animations on. I wish everyone a well played and a good game now. So I think green has it. With 5 cards, matching it again. Can they kill to force an additional match this turn? They could do it on white if they see it. No, white's too... they don't have the speed. Can they do it on magenta? Yes, that's what they're going to do. They're going to kill magenta. $42 on 40. Pop, pop. Match again. So I bet you magenta was a master. I bet you green is an expert. No, sorry, white. I bet you white is an expert. Maybe an intermediate. Okay, they leave. Yellow lock. Don't do that! That was dumb! Well, I guess you get the kill. Triggers another match. Oh no, that wasn't dumb. That was perfect. Triggers another match. They get the full kill. Win the game right now. Good job, Falcon Chan. Shouldn't have left those 4 cards up for grabs. Yeah. I agree. Well played. It gets the kill now. Epic turn. Everyone dies. You know we love fireworks on this channel. Kaboom, kaboom. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found some of it educational and informative. Or either. I hope you guys wish me luck this week. I'm really, really in need of some luck. Yeah, we had a master and intermediate. Sure, we 2 masters. Excellent. 2 master rank players. Yeah, wish me luck on round 3. I really need it. I want to stay alive in this tournament as long as I can, so I can give you guys some interesting content with that series. And if you are interested in improving and interested in the work I'm doing here on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe and come along with me for this ride that I'm on. And until next time, for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.